a separate list of Linux administration kind of stuff. So people who are having a little time, means I'm not asking you should spend a lot of time on Linux administration. I'm asking just one by one time is required, guys. Every entire practical you can't do in one day. Entire Linux admin practical you can't do in one day. You have to do. It will take only just 10 to 15 minutes for each practical, maximum complete practical. And stop it. Then don't do next one immediately. So do it, and after some time, then you will remember more because everything is interlinked. Okay. When it is comes to the Linux admin, what happened? Administration, lot of things are there, but what we discussed, that is very important. Okay. Useradd means user management. So in the user management, the first one is we discussed about a user management. Of course, the process management is also there, but first user management. Useradd, tell me the comments. Usermod, userdel, groupadd. Of course, group mod is there. Groupdel is also there. Of course, there is a modifying group ID card, like a group GID kind of stuff. You can modify that one. Groupdel for a deleting group. Of course, we didn't done in a practically, but you can try easily. You can get it. Okay. Of course, there is a certain options also there, like a -u, -g, capital G, small g kind of stuff, like that. A lot of options also available. Of course, it's quite easy here to discuss the options also. -u for a user ID, group ID, capital G. Okay, means secondary group. -c for comment, -d for a directory, hyphen for a login name if you want to change the login name kind of stuff. Okay, yes for a shell, -p for a password, p for password is useless, but still it is there. Okay, in the other settings also we can able to do it, like for example capital L for locking, u for unlock. Okay, -e for expiry, like a inactive, active, like that you can able to do it. I is also there. I think that's enough. Okay, so this is user management. So that's the first. What is the next thing after we done user management? Disk management. You have to tell me. What is the disk management? We use disk. Also, we discuss the names of disk management. Of course, we forget something. What is that? etc/passwd.
Shadow.
Very good. And last one is ID. So you have to check the ID. Here user management important. After adding a user, what to do? Give the password to the user. Yes. So what I'm trying to say is, actually morning I want to say something other, but important one is, first of all, practice basics only. Once you understand the basics, if you have a time, then only go for administration. That's my point. Okay. fdisk space -l, fdisk space -l /dev/sda. Depends upon SDA will be changes as we discussed. Okay. So depends upon your disk. So like this dev/sda. Next, here it is m p v n. It's a sequence. M for menu, P for print table, V for verify, N for new, and you have to give the sizes. Okay, for a last sector only you have to give. So last sector, that column, so that's the only you have to give the size. For example, 2G, like that one. You have to give that one only. Next, T for changing kind of stuff. L for which system. T for changing system ID. L for, so what is the system ID I want to change it. In that one, 19, 20, 31. 31 for a Linux. It is not a constant. It depends upon one to another one because we are using GPT. This is the one. Okay, Linux LVM. You want to convert a partition to the LVM type of partition. Linux system. This is Linux. Start. W for save. And the next is partprobe. Another one is mkswap 4 for partition. mkswap for a swap file system. So we use mount command, umount command, df space -h also we use. That's it. Anything we done in a disk management? Yes, we done the disk management. Two more things we done. What is it? /etc /fstab. Not to specify. Things in a /etc fstab. blk id. These two things we used it. What is the next one? User management, disk management,
network,
network. Network management. To check IP address, ifconfig. Because PC to PC sometimes works in a different ways. Some commands won't work, some commands work, like that. Depends upon the internal package. You know the package you should install yum install nettools. If you install this one, the network related things will be work. Okay, so this package is for network tools package. Okay, so this is the one which is we didn't, it's that time you don't know what is yum, right? So that's why I didn't tell. Okay, next, so to how to manage in a GUI manner also you can manage the network IP address. That's network settings. So then you can go to settings. There you can find a network. Then setting button. Then do whatever you want to do it. Okay. So here in a CLI manner, so you have to edit /etc/sysconfig/network ifcfg hyphen your adapter. So for example, ENS33 this is the adapter name. NIC name. What is NIC name? So example is NIC means either it is ENS33 ETH0. You know, if you are using Red Hat Linux, it is a ETH0, ETH1, Ethernet 0, Ethernet 1, like that, ETH0 kind of stuff. There you have to specify for static, you have to tell IP address equal to what IP address? Okay, NETMASK, your subnet mask, or you can use prefix. Use prefix. Okay, gateway for default gateway. Okay, so
DNS.
DNS. Very good. First DNS is the DNS1, preferred DNS. Second DNS, if you have two DNS, you can specify it. And also BOOTPROTO is none. None means static. ONBOOT. Yes. What happened? Something else. Virus came. Something has happened. Guys, can you able to hear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But it is
Yes,
disconnected.
sir.
Okay. So not only this, there is a type. It is what type it is, Ethernet. These are the things, device name. Okay, device. What is a device? A device name of the device. Okay, name, like that. There is a few more things are there. But important thing is, for a static giving in a CLI mode, this is the link /etc like this. Guys, if it is very difficult to find, where is this adapter related kind of stuff? So for example, the adapter name we know. For example, you put a ifconfig. Okay, you put a ifconfig. Put a ifconfig. It's showing an IP address. It is showing ENS33 adapter. You know that ENS33 is an adapter. Now I want to find the exact file location. This location is difficult to remember sometimes. Sometimes daily you are using, you will remember. Last time I used, that's why I remember. And last time I took a little bit time to find it. Okay, but now I didn't take because last time I used for last batch, no problem for me now. But now it is maybe after if I got a 2-3 months of gap, I may forget also. Like mainly this part I will forget. Okay, so how to find this particular file, where it is located? Now tell me, anyone, how to find a file? Mostly the file name is ifcfg-nicname. How to find this file? Okay. Tell me, meanwhile I will put a attendance. On who came?
Sir, Shabuddin also present, sir.
Who is?
Shabuddin.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Sachin, Sabuddin. Yeah.
Sir, Mahendra Nayak also present, sir. 14th
Nice.
batch.
Very good. Done. Joel, Vinod, Sachin, Maheshwaran Srinivas, Gopi. In this one, Yashodhara. Tell me guys, how to find a file? How to find this file? Tell me the command. Very good. Very good. I can able to stop the Linux teaching.
/etc
I asked how to find. I need to find how to find. I didn't ask you where it is. How to find a particular file in the system. And I told the command also. I repeatedly telling. Not I told.
Sir,
Telling.
Find command.
The find command.
fine.
How to find means find command. Or you can use locate, find command. The location, entire system, you don't know where it is located. If you know, if it is in the etc, but you are not sure, then you can use etc also. Name if cfg -ens 33. If you are not sure about ens, this kind of stuff, you can use star also. Instead of this one, you can use star. Okay, like this. Instead of that one, you can use it. But if you are using this one, you have to use quotations like this. Okay, so then it is fine. Otherwise, you want to find, you know it is in it is a configuration file, but you are not sure where the exact location. So you can use like this. You can use like this also, no problem here. Okay, find command. Okay, my class is not simply just a tell and leave. If you forget, follow. Okay, this is one way. One way is the GUI mode, another one is the CLI mode. So what is the third way? nmtui mode. Okay, so nmtui is a TUI based interface, text based user interface. It is not a new one, guys. It is a very old one. Even we use in a DOS also. When we use DOS, maybe you remember, anybody remember that C language, turbo C kind of stuff? We save the files, we type the commands, we save the files, we run, we compile. Do you remember that turbo C kind of stuff? So that is also TUI based only, because no mouses won't work, but it is like a graphically options will be appear. CLI means you have to type the command, entire command. It's TUI. GUI means with a mouse you can able to operate on a window. In TUI, mouse won't work anyway, but it is, you can use a keyboard. So we can see certain window, we can select some option and we can do it. So that is a TUI based one. So here also you can go to edit, option is there, edit network adapter kind of stuff. There you have to change kind of stuff. Okay, so check that process once again and put it in sentences. So this is a main part of network management. One more is there, pinging. Ping is one more command. So then ping hyphen number to with something like 192.168.0.137, for example. Meaning is hyphen C2 represent two statements. That's it. Okay, 3 means 3 statements. Okay, I can use n statements. So n means, like, again people can say n is hyphen cn. It is no, you can't use hyphen cn. So you have to use some number instead of n, 1 2 3 4 number, right? So that's point. Other comments are there, so we don't worry about that comment. What is the next management we done? First, that to complete by this morning. Still we have
Process
some.
management.
What it is?
Process management.
Okay, we'll go to process management. Okay, to check the process, running process, ps is the command. So lot of process running in your system. Some are process are foreground, some are background, but to command is ps. But ps won't show you anything. It's a snapshot of current process. So you have to use ps space -e to see all running process in the system. EF to see which user running this process, process ID. parent process ID, like that. PS space -aux. These are the most common 3 commands in the process. If you want to use customize, there are a lot of options also there. -e, ef, or er kind of stuff is there. Most customized option wise, like I want to see which user is running the process. Okay, which user is running the process, what is the process ID, what is the nice value. But guys, I didn't complete what is the nice value part. Okay, what is the nice value, what is the command. For example, you want to know only these options, you can go for it. If in case you want more, like you want what is a CPU consumption, what is a RAM consumption, like that, you want to know it, so then you can go for that one also. It is a customized process list of process. Here it is based on option, you'll get a different type of list. For example, user, which user is running this process, process ID, parent process ID, status of the process, sleep mode or stopped process, running process, kind of stuff, memory utilization, CPU utilization, on which terminal it is running, like that. Okay, so we'll get a full details of process. But here it is, we don't require full details, we require customized details. Then we can use it like this. Guys, process is very important in a interviews and any place. It is a very important. So compulsory go through the process. Actually, today I want to tell process management again, and plus job management also. Next, kill. Kill is a command to the kill process, to kill the process. Okay, so you have to use process ID of the process to kill the process. Okay, here in the kill signals are there. So kill process ID, kill -15 process ID, both are same. Both are for a terminate process. Guys, usually in interview, tell only kill process ID. Don't explain what is 15, what is 19, because if you say, what will happen? What will happen? They will ask what is terminate and end process, and you will ask, sir, what is end process, kind of stuff. It's still confusion is there. Both are for killing the process only. Okay, so actually terminate process will terminate the child process and the parent process. It will stop the process immediately and terminate the complete process. Kill process will kill the process immediately, so it won't know further child and all, it will be gone later. Okay, okay, understand? So definitely not understand, right? That's why I told. So whenever you say like how to kill the process, kill process ID, kill space process ID, don't say PID, so process ID. So what is the how to get a process ID? For using PS commands, like a PS space -e or -ef, you'll get it. AUX is all users. Okay, all, and U means all users, A means all information, X means explorer, kind of stuff. You can use one by one. Okay, AUX. So this is the first part of process management. Next, top is the command. I didn't show you that top command. Top command is it's like a live process kind of stuff. It's like a task manager type. It's like a task manager. So we can you can get a running process, live process, or a, you can see current running process. It is a like a task manager, like a task manager. So we can kill the process, we can manage the process, we can check the priority of the process, kind of stuff. I said nice, right? So nice is defines, nice value defines priority of a process. It defines priority of a process. Okay. Renice. Okay. Okay. To change priority or a nice value of a process. Practically, I will show you. Okay, next. Few comments I will tell guys. Look at here. When you put a command and ampersand, this is for to run a process or a job in background. Okay. So if you don't get it now, no problem, because I am going to explain next. Okay. So that is ampersand. So normal command run job. Normally, if you put a command run on terminal, okay, exists once completed. Okay. This is to run process or a job in a background exists once completed. It is also existed, so when it is done. Okay. To check running process, running background jobs or a background process. PS space -z, that is a one. Jobs, another command. Two commands are there to bring background up to foreground. Okay, so fg percentage job number, job number. Okay, control z to stop process. In foreground. So then next again bg percentage job number. Guys, if it is Greek and Latin, then no problem. Okay, so like this job number. So this is to start, means to restart, start or restart. This is start, it is stop the process, right? So to start process in background only. Okay, it won't run in a foreground. Okay, to check running background jobs. So to be, this is the command, this is the command, this is the command. Okay, so to this is, guys, what is the foreground and background? Very simple. When you put a command, it is running on your screen, means on your terminal, that is called a foreground job. If you are running but a process, but it is not running on your screen, that is called a background job. That's it. So that's, I will show you that anyway. Meanwhile, I'll start my PC. This is the process management. So I want to keep everything in one side. That's why. So we discussed about disk management kind of stuff, right? So we forget LVM. Guys, what is LVM? What is LVM?
Combine two or more physical volumes.
combine two or more physical volumes. Actually, that is a LVM process. Actually, I told that way, but no problem. So we'll continue with this one only. Combine two or more physical volume and create a single large volume group. Next, and in volume group, so create multiple logical volumes and can store data in logical So this is the process part. Normally, logical volume manager means we'll combine different volumes together and create a large volume. Okay, in the large volume we create a partition. So you can tell in a process way also because it covers whatever we want to think. So this is specifically my favorite, one of the favorite topic in my demo sessions. Like usually if I go to any as a trainer position, like if I go, so then I will try to give the demo on this in a Linux. If they said take any topic on a Linux, then I will choose this topic because it's more clarity, more names are there instead of more comment. Even though you don't forget the comments also. So physical volumes are just normal hard disk or a partition. So that is a physical volumes. Volume groups is a combination of physical volumes. Logical volumes are as a partition, a small partition in the volume groups. So that is the thing. So comments are like a prv create, vg create, vg extend, all letters are better. Vg extend, okay. LV create, LV extend. Of course, remove also there. PV remove, BG remove, ELV remove, resize to FS. Some other commands are there. Okay, and also PVS, VGS, LVS for display purpose. Again, PV display for full display, so like VG display. LV display. These are the comments are there. I'm not explaining, just I'm telling only the comments. What next?
Sir, package management.
Very good.
Services.
Package management and services. Very good. Very good. Why I'm telling like this is the important thing is how much you know, how much you learn. Sorry, how much you learn. That is only one point. How much you really learn. That is important. Okay, I can teach you 100 things, but what we learn, that is important, right? So they both are same, but we have to know what we learn. So like what are you learning Linux administrator? So you can able to tell those kind of stuff. That is why it is I'm telling like this. Okay, so here it is. Package management is RPM package management. Okay, so any package management is the first you have to remember information or a query means package is available, install, not install kind of stuff. Next one is installation, update, and remove or erase. Okay, so these are the main things. To package management, one of the thing is rpm command is there. Okay, so rpm command is also there. So in the rpm example ivh for a installation of any packages. Okay, so something dot rpm. Just I'm giving for an example, and also package, how package is look like is also important. Means any package and version and architecture or no architecture. EL version, EL6 or EL7 like that, EL6 or 7 versions and RPM kind of stuff will be there. OS specifications, sometimes OS specifications also there. Okay, it works in Red Hat like that. Okay, sometimes SRC for a source code kind of stuff. Okay, so different type of things are there, like a ARM for ARM type. Okay, 32-bit, 64-bit. EL6, EL7 kind of stuff is there. Be careful what is the things are there here. Next, for installation in RPM, anyway, in installation, I means install, Q means UERY query, U means update. It is I think capital U. Okay, capital U for update. E for remove. Or erase. Okay, so again, so what is this V and H is a verbose. V most of the time is verbose. So print hash key kind of stuff it is there. So this is RPM management. Next is yum. Yum is a yellow dog update modifier. Yellow dog update modifier. Okay. Yum based on a. Okay, so you can use yum install package RPM type of things also we can able to install, but more like yums use repository. Okay, use .repo files. Okay, the location of .repo files is /etc/yum.repo.d/ okay, some like a demo.repo file. Okay, so this is the location of .repo files. Example of demo.repo file. What is this demo.repo file contains? Just for example, for a it is look like a demo. Name of is also demo. Here it is. So base URL or a file is like a location. Location of packages and databases. Repo database, which is, so you have to tell whether it is in a local system or it can be in a remote system or it can be in a some internet system. So enable equal to 1 represent enable the things. GPG check, GPG key is for encryption tab. So that is also extra, it is there. So what happened? So when you put a clean all to clean up all the pre-queried kind of stuff, repo list, it means load this demo repo database into local system. This it will happen. So then you can install install your package. You want to update update that package or a service. Anything you can, it's a package, service, or application. You can use any word. Here it is. Okay. Because of some people will get a doubts, or you said package or a service, or it is application. Which one is correct? Everything is not the same, but still it is there. For installation, update, remove. Okay. You want to do like a -y represent yes kind of stuff. Okay. You can use certain options also. Update -y ampersand reward. Already I told this is to update your Linux system and to update Linux system and reboot PC. That's it. Reboot. Okay. So I told better install install EPEL release. If you are using a CentOS, it is direct installation. Otherwise, download EPEL-release.rpm. Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Okay, so this is for best practice for installation. Once you're done, you can install any services. Okay, next, service management. Right. So if you are using a EL7, first I will type for a Enterprise Linux 7. It means Red Hat 7. Okay, CentOS 7. Any Enterprise Linux 7. Okay, any Enterprise Linux 7 versions. systemctl. Okay. For example, start your service name. So in start, status, stop, restart, or for start to check the status, to stop the process, and for restarting purpose. Next, systemctl enable service. What is this enable or disable? To enable service at system starts or boots. Okay. To disable, I have a service. I don't want to start my service at system start. Okay, startups. Last time I showed of my Oracle kind of stuff. Same thing. Okay. So this is the thing. If in case, if you are in a EL6, little changes are there. So what is the first thing is, it is service. Command is service. Okay, 6 commands may work in 7, 7 commands may not work in 6. Lot of commands are there. So how to change host name, like that, lot of commands are there. So sometimes different, sometimes not. Okay, service name, start again, start stop, status, restart is there. chk config service name or a number. Okay, there are certain service name and numbers also there. Okay, on chk config service name. If you are working on particular services, not you are in an interview, but if you are working on a system, then better. Already I told use TechMaint or digital version kind of stuff. So check what command is exactly you have to use it also. Sometimes it will be there is a small confusion is there. Same thing to enable the service at a startup. This is you don't want a service to start. Okay. So same thing only different thing. Next one is firewall management. Firewall command is firewall-cmd. The firewall process name. The firewall D. D represents daemon. Okay. Normally, so you want to open a port under zone. Zone equal to public zone or a private zone. Which zone you are? You want to do it a permanent. You want to add a ports to the permanent, like permanently open the port. You can add a port wise. Okay, so like a port number /TCP or UDP. Okay, you can use /TCP. Okay, same thing. Depends upon you. Okay, depends upon you, purely depends whether it is a TCP or UDP. Which one it is? You have to tell. If sometimes it is, both are there. Next is easiest one is services. Service name only. So when you do it, it automatically shows success. Always it is go to firewall-cmd. List all. Okay. You want to see only specific port numbers. List -port. Like that also it is there. Firewall-cmd public and permanent add protocol. Protocol means your protocol name, type of protocol. So whatever it is, once you are added, reload. Once you done reload, again find it, list all. So this is your firewall management. SC Linux management is also there. That is again SC Linux. 3 modes are there. So first of all, your SC Linux stores /etc SC Linux config. As I remember, SC Linux configuration. So you have to change the mode, enforcing permissive disable. Okay, so here it is SC Linux equal to, you want to put a permissive enforce, here you can do it. This is permanent changing. Okay, this is a permanent changing. So go to VI editor, modes are there. Enforcing mode means compulsory content will be verified and applied. Permissive content will be there but allowed. Disable no content. So you can use permissive a disable. Okay. So don't put a disable, never put a disable. For a temporary changing. So you can use get enforce. Okay. Set enforce commands. 0. Here it is 0 for change it to permissive mode. If you use 1, change it to enforce mode. Okay, so this is a temporary changing. So this is SC Linux thing. You want to change content. First check content. Okay, so ls space -z is a command. Okay, for example, on file 1, you can check it. Okay, check the content. To change, lot of commands are there to change the context. So last time we said chcon. Okay, -t. So content, context, and file name. It is a little so only thing is required firewalls. So what we discuss, web server installation and FTP. What we discuss other thing, FTP, NFS, CFS we discussed but not implemented, SCP and WinSCP. These are the things we discussed. So now only I'm telling guys, look at here, LAMP, LAMP, Linux, Apache, okay, Linux, Apache, MySQL, PHP. What is this? Anybody? So I have a Linux system. My operating system is Linux system. First, you have to install your Linux system. Okay. So in the Linux system, first you are making that one as a web server by installing Apache HTTP server. Okay. Then install MySQL. Okay. Also called as MariaDB. MySQL or MariaDB. You are installing database server. What is this? MySQL database server. What is PHP? Anybody? Sir, programming interfacing purpose. One is like a HTML as well as a PHP is a programming interface kind of stuff. So we can able to connect programming it. So like to run like that it will work. Okay, so mostly it is very web related programming purpose, not Java, Python. These are all application based programming, but PHP works for a web based programming. Okay, so that is to run to PHP. What is the advantage? If you want to install, okay, if you want to install anything like a WordPress, you want to install a WordPress model, Sugar CRM applications, so like a Zimbra application, okay, GLPI applications, OS ticket. These are a Linux based web applications, or you want to create a web server. Okay, create a web server for you. Create a web server means finalized web server with a, different type of web related is Joomla. Yeah, it is Joomla. Joomla, WordPress, model, Zimbra is a email application. GLPI voice ticket is a ticket kind of stuff. So web-based applications are a web server applications you want to run. You want to create a web server. Okay. To run that one. So this LAMP server is very useful. So why I tell a LAMP server now? Why? Because of, so these are all things very useful when you want to work with the Linux administration. Mainly the last part what we discussed, package management, okay, service management, firewall management, SC Linux. These things are, we should know it to do this kind of stuff. It is very easy part. Lot of people said like this is a very struggle and I have to choose this kind of stuff, 4 years experience, like kind of stuff. Nothing is, guys. Okay, just you need to fail 2-3 times, then automatically you will get start succeeding in that one. Okay, so this is the things we discussed. So only one point is left over, that is archiving. Next one is compress. So archiving, we use the tar command. Tar represent like a WinRAR type. WinRAR. What is WinRAR? Like a maybe I may have on desktop or go to somewhere like a downloads. Okay, you can see this is WinRAR file. No, it is look like a zip file, but type for file will go. WinRAR archives. It will take time to generate. Yeah, see, this is WinRAR file. This is cap file. That is zip file. This is zip file. Okay, so this is .rar file. So what is RAR? It is archiving. It put all the data into single file. Okay, put all separate data into single file. Put all separate data into single file. So that is a tar file. Okay, so there is a tar commands are there. So tar for archiving. Okay, like that it is there. So one of the command is a tar -f for a I'll give you options now, then later I will explain. It is very simple one. The -f represent file. So you have to tell the file name, like a if for example you have a some files are there, like a file 1, file 2, file 3 is there. I want to put a fd.tar or fa.tar, archive fa.tar. Okay, then to create a tar you have to use C. The C represent for create. -c is create. Okay, -v again verbose. See, -f telling it is a file. It's a file. Okay, then I'm using f1, f2, f3. So f1, f2, 3 files are going into this archive. Next, tar -x vf or xf, no problem. If you don't v, no problem. So like that, fa.tar. X represent extract tar hyphen xvf fa dot tar hyphen capital C some location, okay, FADIR some location. So capital C use it to extract in slash FADIR location. So a location specific. Okay. So one more is there, that is space hyphen L BF FA dot tar. It represent L represent list archive content. Okay, this is tar command. Compress bzip to and gzip mainly we are using. Okay, so this is for a compressing kind of stuff. For example, I have a data. For example, my file name is file12. So size of the file is, for example, maybe 500K. So this is my file size. Now bzip to file12. Then what happened? This file 12 dot bz2 like it will be happens. Then you have to check the size. Okay, so this is the end product. It remove the original one. So this command will make like this. Next, uncompress. This is compress file12. Then after compression, this is the file gzip. Sorry. To uncompress it, it is bunzip to file12 dot bz2. This is uncompress file12 dot bz2. Then it become file12 again. So always check the size. That one. Next. Same example. File12. Okay. So gzip file12. Compress file12. Okay. After compress, the file become file12 dot gz. Okay. Next. This is for uncompress gunzip file12 dot gz. Okay, so then it become file12 only. Okay, yeah, it is look like a Greek and Latin, guys. Again, I will try to show you. If in case you want to do archive and compress, you can also do archive and compress. Just I'm searching for a small option because the option is always little confusion will be there. See, tar like this. So -C for creating archive, T for list, X for extract. It is not L, it is a T, guys. Sorry. So T represent list archive content. X for extract. Okay. Append -r for a append. You can use that one also, -r for a append. Okay, yeah, this is what I want. It is -z for a gzip, xzip kind of stuff. JZZ, this one. Yeah, very good. Yeah, first we'll copy these two things. Okay. Here it is. Tar -c for creating things. So Z and f for a file. Okay, so then I'm using fa dot tar dot b zip2. Okay, so then you can use like which file you want to do it, like f1, f2, f3, like this. Same thing, tar -xjf fa dot tar dot bz2. Okay, it's a combination of tar and bzip. Okay, next, here it is. Remember guys, tar dot bzip2 is the same as tbz2. Okay, same only. Next, tar dot -c small z f, same fa dot tar dot gz f1, f2, f3. I'm not changing any example. It is tar plus gzip. Okay, to extract again xzf fa dot tar dot gz. So you want to extract in different place, then you have to use, so tz is the same as tzc. Okay, it is a xzip, exz is there. Okay, that is xzip, but I am giving only these examples only. Okay, instead of this name, the name can be like this. Instead of that name, line is like this. So tar auto extract fa dot t gz. Auto extract this one like this only. This is a same as like this. It's an example. Okay, this compress and archive. ATN cron tab is also there. I'm not going now, so because it's 11:30. I started almost like a 10:30. It is more than 1 hour. Okay. Yeah. Guys are okay? Anything we forget? Recollect your information. Anything, any doubts also I can include here. Process management, yes. Scheduling jobs is only one thing. SCP, SSH. So we didn't done that SCP, SSH. I told here. Also SSH. Putty configuration. Okay. So For web server, what to install? Yum install httpd. Okay. So where are the files? Default HTML. Configuration file, don't touch it. Under /etc. Okay. Only this thing. So we need to know how to create a HTML file. Create a HTML file like a index.html in var/www.html. ftp yum install ftp. If you want to install vsftp, also you can install vsftp. That is, it purely depends upon you. Remaining firewall management, service management, everything is common. FTP files by default in a var ftp pub. Put some files in /var/ftp/pub. Check it, cap letters, small letters also, guys. Sometimes it is different. Okay. Open web browser because we don't have any other things. ftp://127 and same PC if it is in a same PC. Here it is also same thing. IP address means your system IP address, means your Linux system IP address. Okay, Linux system IP address. This is the one thing. So otherwise you can use FTP remote machine. I'm not going to explain anything. Just here you can see for a name, username, password. Next. Then it shows FTP like this. Okay, so you can use ls kind of stuff. ls put get. Use these commands to upload and download. NFS CAFS. Guys, you required all these things, not required, I think. Just before only we discussed all these things yesterday. NFS, same thing, you create a directory here. Linux 1 and Linux NFS server and NFS. No one is telling anything. Yeah. No. You guys are doing that one. So NFS, both side, you have to install NFS. First, you have to install yum install NFS in both the systems. You have to do it. Okay. Next, you have to create a directory. Okay. For example, NFS data one. What I'm doing. I feel it is enough. Okay. You can check it, guys, how to do this kind of stuff. Once again, we are already given that enough information. Okay, neatly. Yeah, that's a cron tab and AT is also better. know how to do this cron tab and AT, I will tell after this one, because it's become one big lengthy part. So compulsory, check it in the links where we are discussed. Okay, enough. I'm giving directly links if in case if anyone is want to do this type of practical part, remote access part. Understanding of SSH is also a very important one. Okay, this is we are not yet done now, so this is also we are not done. That's it. No. Okay, that's it. I'm stop recording, guys. Take a break.